07 How Cancer Taught Me to Truly Live. There are moments in life that change everything. And often, they begin quietly, in the simplest way, in the most unexpected way. Today you're going to hear the story of someone who could be your mother, your sister, your friend, or even yourself, a woman who was in a hurry. A rush to work, a rush to deliver projects, a rush to take care of everyone, but never rush to take care of her. She was like millions of women who always put their own health off until the later almost never arrived. It all started on an ordinary day, but it ended up changing her life forever. You will see fear, you'll see pain, you'll see losses, but you will also see strength. You'll see faith, you'll see a rebirth. This is Anna's story. A woman who discovered she had breast cancer at a young age. A woman who thought her life was ending. And he discovered, in fact, that he was starting over. She smiles slightly, like someone who has won a war. And today, she decided to open her heart to you. No filter, no hiding anything. From the deepest pain. At the moment when she finally said, "I survived." But before all that, before all the fighting, it all started with something as simple as a touch. Yes, a simple touch. Anna was the type of woman who was always running around, rushing to keep up with work, rushing to take care of the house, rushing to help everyone, but always putting off until tomorrow what should be done today. Life seemed normal, stable, busy but happy. Anna had dreams, she had plans, she had a whole future ahead of her. But like almost every woman, she rarely stopped to look at herself. She arrives home, tired, leaves her bag on the sofa, takes off her shoes, and takes a deep breath. It was a Tuesday, nothing special. One of those nights when you just want to take a hot bath and forget about the day. She goes into the bathroom, takes off her clothes, and turns on the shower. Steam, rooms, water runs down his face. She relaxes. That's when, at that exact moment, Anna felt something she had never felt before. She slowly runs her finger over the lump. Breathing changes, the perspective changes. Small, wait, strange, and above all, scary. She rests her hands on the shower stall, the water cascading down, trying to understand. She rushes out of the shower, looks at herself in the mirror, and runs her hand over her face again. The first feeling was not fear, it was denial. She says to herself in a low voice, "It must be nothing. It must be normal. It must be hormonal." She tried to convince herself that it was an exaggeration. "I'm young. It's not going to happen to me." Like so many women, she believed she didn't need to worry. She gets dressed, goes to dinner, but her gaze betrays her. Something is not right. Scene of her lying in bed, looking at the ceiling. He discreetly adjusts his chest. The gaze becomes lost. Take a deep breath. But that night, she couldn't sleep, because the truth is, the body gives you warnings, and the heart feels before the mind accepts. It shows her turning from side to side, picking up her cell phone and searching. Lump in the breast, does the lump hurt? Could it be cancer? The next day, she is lost in thought at work. Plays some muffled office background sounds showing that she's disconnected. Between delivering reports and answering emails, Anna couldn't get her thoughts off what she had felt. That's when she made the decision that would change everything. Make an appointment with the doctor. She picks up her cell phone. Take a deep breath. And it connects. Phone audio. Dr. Mariana's office, good morning. She closes her eyes, afraid, but speaks. I need to schedule an appointment. Show her to us on the day of the appointment. Sitting in the waiting room. The clock in the video is moving slowly. People passing by. Low ambient sound. Anna always thought that the longest minutes of her life were those spent in line at the bank. Until I wait for that exam. There, every second felt like an eternity. She looks towards the doctor's door. She taps her foot nervously on the ground. Shake hands. The door opens. The doctor smiles warmly. Shall we talk, Anna? The scene fades slightly to black, preparing the audience for the start of the intense drama in Block 2. The door to the room closes behind Anna. She sits down. The doctor smiles calmly. Doctor, tell me what you felt. Anna runs her hand nervously down her arm. He can't hide the fear in his eyes. I found a lump. I don't think it's anything, but I got scared. The doctor examines carefully. He exchanges a serious look, not desperate, but worried. Doctor, let's do some tests, okay? Just to be sure. The word certainty, it echoes, creating tension. Anna puts on her exam blouse. The mammography machine is approaching. The chest being positioned, she squeezed her eyes shut in pain. Ultrasound screen, the doctor applying the cold gel. Close up on the professional's tense expressions. The biopsy is being prepared. Each exam felt like a new chapter of fear. With each machine that touched her body, a question echoed. What's up? Edna tries to be strong, but takes a deep breath and clenches her hands. Technicians and doctors are talking quietly. They reveal nothing. Sirius stares. Anna watches, trying to find some clue. But nobody says anything. And sometimes, silence speaks louder than any words. She leaves the room clutching the envelope containing the test results, feeling insecure and lost. At work, but can't concentrate. On public transport, staring into space. At home, don't touch the food. At night, she cries softly so that no one hears. How can you sleep when your heart is screaming? How can you smile when your mind is filled with only the worst thoughts? Anna discovered that fear has real weight, and anxiety prevents life from moving forward. The phone rings. She looks at the screen. It's the doctor's office. Her breathing quickens. The music stops. Total silence. Hello, doctor. Anna, I need you to come here. Today. Her hand is trembling. The phone almost fell. The phrase that nobody wants to hear, because when it's urgent, you already know. She closes her eyes. A tear falls. Anna enters the office slowly. The doctor takes a deep breath. She holds Anna's hands. Doctor, Anna, the results are in. And yes, it is cancer. The sound disappears. The image slows down. The camera zooms in on her face. Her world is falling apart. She tries to answer, but she can't. Tears fall uncontrollably. There are no words that can prepare someone for this. It's like hearing a sentence pronounced, even when a cure exists. In a few seconds, Anna thought of everything, in a future that perhaps didn't exist, among the people he might leave behind, in dreams that I might never realize. The doctor explains the treatment, the next steps, the types of tumors, the chances, and the therapies. But her voice sounds distant like an echo. Even while the doctor was speaking, Anna could only think of one sentence. Why me? She looks out the window, wipes her eyes. Anna arrives home after receiving the diagnosis. The door closes slowly. She leans her back against it and slides down to the floor, crying. The family grows closer. If she has children, they watch her, confused and worried. If it's her husband or partner, he holds her face and asks what happened. If it's a mother or a sister or a friend, she runs to Anna and hugs her tightly. It's cancer. The group hug is tight, silent, a cry filled with fear, but also filled with love. It was at that moment that Anna realized she was not alone. Doctor, we'll need chemotherapy, then surgery, maybe radiation therapy. It's a big struggle, but yeah, it has great chances. Anna listens attentively, but fear still dominates. When the doctor said it's a big fight, Anna understood that she was about to enter the biggest battle of her life. The music becomes more intense. A visual map of her body showing the tumor to help the public understand. Anna enters the chemotherapy room. Other women are there too, bald, some smiling, others tired. She sits down in the armchair. The nurse prepares the foreline. The needle goes in. The 4 drips starts to come out. When the fluid began to flow through the veins, it was as if Anna were saying, I choose to fight. She closes her eyes. Take a deep breath. The fight has begun. Her body reacted as if it were being poisoned. Because this is how chemo works. It kills the enemy, but it also hurts what is alive. Anna is taking a bath. The water falls. She runs her hand through her hair, and a whole strand comes along with it. She stares at the lock of hair in her hand, shocked. Some battles we feel from the inside. Anna felt that from the outside too. She leaves the bathroom, sits on the bed, and cries, holding her hair. The next day, She makes the hardest decision. While seated in a chair, someone shaves her head. She closes her eyes. A tear falls. But when it opens, she stares at herself in the mirror. And for the first time, she sees herself as strong. Anna sat on the kitchen floor, hugging her legs, crying deeply. I am unable. I'm not that strong. Because even the strongest women break. And it's okay to break. The camera focuses on the tired, exhausted human face. Anna reads and smiles for the first time in weeks. It was at rock bottom that Anna discovered something she never imagined. She didn't need to be strong alone. Her strength came from the people. It came from love. And it came from within. She gets up, puts a scarf on her head, and stares intently into the mirror. I will win. Anna wakes up, but this time with more energy. She opens the window and the sun shines brightly on her face. After months of struggle, the body began to respond. Tests showed improvement. Hope is no longer just a word. It has become a result. Quick scenes. She was walking to the appointment with more confident steps. Smiling, Dr. Anna shook her head in relief. We're doing very well. The tumor is shrinking. Anna holds back tears, but out of relief, not fear. She lies there, looking up, while the team adjusts equipment. Surgery wasn't just about technique. It was symbolic. It was the chapter where Anna was finally letting go of what had tried to destroy her story. She wakes up, still weak, but alive, family holding their hand. And at that moment, she understood. To survive is not to return to being who you were. It's like being reborn. Anna arrives home. There are flowers, messages, hugs. Everything is full of love. She walks slowly down the hallway, touch the furniture, observe everything as if it were new. Every step inside the house felt like a step back to life. The little things, a hot coffee, the smell of home. A hug now had a different value. Anna enters the radiotherapy department. There is no more fear. She greets the nurses and smiles. The device rotates around her body, close up on closed eyes but peaceful. It was the final chapter of the battle. And Anna already knew she was going to win. The door opens. She goes out. Everyone applauds. She smiles broadly. Anna is called to the bell of liberation. People gather. She holds the string, looks at her family, and takes a deep breath. The music grows. I achieved. She pulls the rope. The bell rings. People cry. They applaud. The sound of that bell wasn't just one of victory. It was a time of rebirth. She puts on a nice outfit, looks in the mirror, and recognizes herself not as before, but better. Anna never went back to being who she was, and that was the best part. She became stronger than any previous version of herself. Anna came back to life, but not in the same way. Now she knew the value of each day, the value of every smile, the value of life. She looks at the camera, serene, strong, proud. I thought cancer had come to destroy me, but he taught me how to live. Rebirth, legacy, an emotional call to action. After chemotherapy, surgeries, sleepless nights, days of tears, weeks of uncertainty, Anna finally stood up. Not like the woman she used to be, but like someone completely new. She runs her hand over her chest, now marked by the scar but with a light, radiant look in her eyes. The mark on her body was no longer a symbol of pain. And yes, victory. If I could go back in time, I would have touched myself sooner. I would get my tests done first. I would have taken care of myself with the same love with which I have always cared for others. She takes a deep breath. And if you're listening to me now, please take care of yourself too. Don't wait for fear to knock on your door. Don't wait for someone to tell you you have cancer to start loving your body. Anna was reborn. Not because he beat cancer, but because he discovered that his strength had always been there, hidden, asleep, waiting for the right moment to shout. She understood that every woman carries within her a silent warrior. It only wakes up when it's called. Anna's struggle didn't end when the treatment ended. She found a purpose. Today, I help women take care of themselves, touching each other. They're talking about what many avoid. Because I know how a simple touch can save a life. It saved mine. What was once pain has become a mission. If you love someone, send this story to her. If you are that person, love yourself enough to take care of yourself. She smiles, her eyes filled with tears. Your life is worth a lot. Much more than any fear. One touch can save a life. Get your checkups. Talk about the topic. Take care of those you love.